Hello children, hope you all are good and doing well at your home. Myself Diksha Rai, this is your subject teacher of English reader from LPM Public School which is situated in Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. So my dear children, today we are going to start our new chapter, that is a visit to Shillong. A visit to Shillong. What is the name of this chapter? The name of this chapter is A Visit to Shillong. So my dear children, first what will we do? First we will get to read this chapter very carefully with correct pronunciation. So first of all, you have to pay attention and listen carefully that how am I pronunciation this chapter. So let's begin. So my dear children, first before read this chapter, first of all we will read about Shillong. We will read about Shillong. So dear students, Shillong is a hill station. Shillong is a hill station in northeast India and capital of the state of Meghalaya. It is known for the manicured gardens at Lady Hydry Park. Nearby Wards Lake is surrounded by walking trails. North, the Don Bosco Center for Indigenous Cultures features display on the region's native people. Waterfalls include the Elephant Falls to the southwest, east of here, forest Shillong Peak offered city vibes. So my dear children, it is about Shillong. So students, travel is the activity of going from one place to another place. Now we are going to read about traveling. Travel is the activity of going from one place to another place. When a person makes the same trip every day to work or school, this type of traveling is usually called commuting. Some people travel to other cities as part of their job. So my dear children, do you go with your family for a tour? Do you go for a tour with your family? So dear students, now we are going to read this chapter, that is chapter number 4, A Visit to Shillong. So let's begin. Nana and Sona were going to Shillong to spend their holidays with grandma and grandpa. Shillong is a famous hill town. Shillong is a famous hill town. So my dear children, how much longer? Nana asked grandma for third time as she sat beside her sister Sona in their grandparents' car. Now I am going to again revise this paragraph. Paragraph number first, that Nana and Sona were going to Shillong to spend their holidays with grandma and grandpa. Shillong is a famous hill town. How much longer? Nana asked grandma for the third time. As she sat beside her sister Sona in their grandparents' car. So my dear children, as you can see, there are a lot of difficult words in this chapter. So we will read the meaning of this difficult word, like spend. What is the spelling of spend? The spelling of spend is, as you can see in your book, SPEND, and the meaning of spend is to pass time. To pass time. Now next, as you can see, famous. There is a hard word as famous, and the meaning of famous is popular. The meaning of famous is popular. The spelling of popular is Popular. And how much longer? Nana asked Grandma for the third time as she sat beside her sister Sona in grandparents' car. Beside. What is the spelling of beside? The spelling of beside is Beside. And the meaning of beside is at the side of. At the side of. The drive from Guwahati to Shillong takes 3 hours. My dear, if there was a railway station or an airport in Shillong, we would have reached home earlier, said Grandma. But I love this drive, said Sona. Nana, look at the greenery. There is a valley on your side. Grandpa, please drive slowly. There is so much to see. Be alert. Be alert. You will soon see the Umium Lake on your right. It is also called the Barapani Lake, said Grandpa. So, my dear children, now I am going to again revise this paragraph that the drive from Guwahati to Shillong takes 3 hours, my dear. If there was a railway station or an airport in Shillong, we would have reached home earlier, said Grandma. But I love the drive, said Sona. Nana, look at the greenery. There is a valley on your side. Grandpa, please drive slowly. There is so much to see. Be alert. You will soon the Umium Lake on your right. It is also called the Barapani Lake, said Grandpa. So, my dear children, in this story, there was a family. In this family, there are a lot of members like Nana, Sona, Grandma, Grandpa. So, dear children, in this story, a family was going for a trip, a visit to Shillong. They they are going to visit a Shillong. When they are going to Shillong, in her way, Nana said that she said, how much longer? Nana asked Grandma for the third time, as she sat beside her sister Shona in their grandparents' car. So, dear children, now we are going to read about Umium Lake. Do you know that what is Umium Lake? Now we are going to read about Umium Lake. So, my dear children, Umium Lake is one of the biggest artificial lakes in Meghalaya that is situated about 15 kilometers from Shillong. It is more easily recognized as Barapani and covers an area of about 220 square kilometers. The surrounding Silwan hills and green khasi pines add to the majesty of this vast lake, which was created when the Umium River was dammed to store water for hydroelectric power generation. Though it was initially established as a dam or a reservoir, it is now a popular tourist attraction. Umium Lake is also known for water sports and adventure facilities such as kayaking, water cycling, scooting, and booking. So, my dear children, now I am going to again revise some important notes about Umium Lake. Umium Lake is one of the biggest artificial lakes in Meghalaya that is situated about 15 kilometers from Shillong. It is more easily recognized as Barapani and covers an area of about 220 square kilometers. The surrounding Salwan hills and green khasi pines add to the majesty of the vast lake, which was created when the Umium River was dammed to store water for hydroelectric power generation. Though it was initially established as a dam or a reservoir, it is now a popular tourist attraction. So, my dear children, Barapani is also known for water sports and adventure facilities such as kayaking, water cycling, scooting, and boating. So, dear children, now I am going to again revise this paragraph of chapter number 4, that is a visit to Shillong, that Nana and Shona were going to Shillong to spend their holidays with grandma and grandpa. So, dear children, in this story we are talking about a family that there are four members in this family, such as Nana and Sona and grandma, grandparents, grandpa. So, children, in this story, a family was going for a trip to visit Shillong. Shillong is a famous hill station, a hill town. So, dear children, as you know very well, Shillong is a famous hill town. How much longer? Nana asked Grandma for the third time. When they are going for a visit to Shillong, Nana asked with her grandma that how much longer, as she sat beside her sister Sona in their grandparents' car. They are going to visit Shillong for with her car. The drive from Guwahati to Shillong takes 3 hours. As you know very well, the distance of Shillong from Guwahati takes 3 hours, my dear. If there was a railway station or an airport in Shillong, we would have reached home earlier, said Grandma. Grandma said that if there was a railway station or an airport in Shillong, we have reached very fast home. But I love this drive, said Sona. Then Sona said to her grandma, no, I love this drive. Nana, look at the greenery. There is a valley on your side. Please drive slowly. There is so much to see. Be alert. You will soon see the Yumium Lake on your right. It is also called the Barapani Lake, and said Grandma. So, dear children, as you can see that on your page number 31, there was a picture. In this picture, a car in which a family, Nana, Sona, Grandma, and Grandpa, were sitting in this car, and they are going to visit Shillong. So, dear children, as you know very well, there are a lot of difficult words in this story, like spend. The meaning of spend is to pass time. Holidays. What is the spelling of holidays? The spelling of holidays is HOLIDAYS, and the meaning of holidays is a day of rest from work or school when you go and stay away from home. Next, what is the meaning of hill? What is the meaning of hill? The meaning of hill is a high area of land that is not as high as a mountain. Next, famous. Now we are going to read what is the meaning of famous. The meaning of famous is popular, and the spelling of popular is POPULAR. Next, longer. What is the meaning of longer? The meaning of longer is measuring or covering a large amount in distance or time. Next, beside. What is the meaning of beside? The meaning of beside is at the side of. Next, reached. What is the spelling of reached? The spelling of reached is REACHED, and the meaning of reached is arrived. So, my dear children, from this topic, some paragraph of your chapter number 4, a visit to Shillong, has completed. In your next video, we will read next paragraph from this chapter, that is a visit to Shillong. I hope you will understand this chapter very well. And now I am going to giving you a home assignment that you will write the difficult words in your practice copy. That that difficult word I will send by PDF your WhatsApp group. So my dear children, I hope you will be fine at your home. Sanitize your hand at every time and put the mask on your face.